Mortis is a mysterious and enigmatic realm existing outside normal space and time, where reality bends to the will of its inhabitants. Its dreamlike landscapes constantly shift, with lush fields, towering mountains, dense forests, and floating islands appearing by day, while night brings deathly stillness, withered plants, and scalding rains. Time flows differently on Mortis, as days within its borders pass as mere seconds outside. It is a place where the balance between the light and dark sides of the Force is maintained by the Father, a powerful being who oversees his two children, the Son, who embodies the dark side, and the daughter, who represents the light side. Mortis plays a critical role in the Clone Wars when Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ahsoka Tano are mysteriously drawn to the planet. Upon arriving, they encounter the Force-wielding family, and Anakin is tested as the prophesized Chosen One, destined to bring balance to the Force. The mystical nature of Mortis makes it one of the most unique locations in the Star Wars galaxy, and its existence outside of normal space and time makes it a place of profound mystery and power, where the very fabric of the Force is tested and shaped. Sullust, a volcanic planet in the Outer Rim, is a harsh, fiery world dominated by rivers of molten lava, jagged mountains, and a thick atmosphere filled with toxic fumes. Despite these extreme conditions, Sullustans, or how I call them, pancake faces, are the native species who thrived underground for millennia, building extensive subterranean cities to escape the planet's volatile surface. The planet's strategic importance during the Galactic Civil War made it a key target for both the Empire and the Rebellion. While the Empire attempted to control Sullust's valuable resources, the planet ultimately sided with the Rebel Alliance. The planet's factories, located deep within the protective underground caverns, produced much of the Rebel fleet. One of its most famous citizens, Nien Nunb, co-piloted the Millennium Falcon alongside Lando Calrissian during the battle, cementing Sullust's place in galactic history. Nien Nunb is also a hero character in DICE's first Battlefront game, where he was one of the most fun characters to play. Just look how cute and happy he is. Like the video for him, please. Takodana is a forested, tranquil planet located in the Mid-Rim, known for its dense woodlands, rolling hills, and serene lakes. Its natural beauty contrasts with its significance as a crossroads of the galaxy, where smugglers, explorers, bounty hunters, and adventurers gather. The centerpiece of Takodana's intrigue is Mas Kanata's castle, an ancient stronghold that has stood for over 1,000 years, serving as a hub for outlaws, free spirits, and wanderers. Takodana's significance rises dramatically in The Force Awakens when Rey, Finn, and Han Solo arrive seeking help after fleeing the First Order. It is here that Rey is drawn to Luke Skywalker's lightsaber hidden deep within Maz's castle, sparking a powerful Force vision that sets her on the path of a Jedi. The First Order, however, does not remain unaware for long. The planet becomes the site of a fierce battle when Kylo Ren and his forces launch a devastating assault on Maz's castle. The Resistance, led by Poe Dameron, intervenes, leading to a chaotic battle in the surrounding forest and skies. Christophsis is a striking urban planet located in the Outer Rim, renowned for its gleaming crystalline structures and shimmering blue-green landscape. The planet is rich in valuable crystals, which lend to its beauty. Its towering glass-like buildings and urban sprawl give Christophsis a futuristic appearance. The planet became one of the earliest major battlegrounds during the Clone Wars. The Battle of Christophsis was a pivotal moment in the conflict, where the Republic, led by Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, launched a prolonged siege to wrest control of the planet from the Separatist droid army. The battle for Christophsis' capital is also famous for introducing Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Padawan, as she arrives in the midst of fighting to assist the Jedi. During the Empire's era, rebellious elements were traced back to Christophsis. The Empire launched a brutal crackdown, and the city of Tophin, believed to be the center of insurgency, was pacified. As an example to the population, and the capital city of Caledonia suffered heavy bombardment from 3 Imperial-class Star Destroyers. But I guess it's still better than Alderaan's fate. Dromund Kaas is a shadowy jungle-covered planet located in the Sith Empire's territory during the Old Republic era. It is known for its perpetual thunderstorms, dark forest, and its skies are often choked with black clouds and lightning, casting an eerie glow over the entire world, really embodying the essence of the dark side. Once lost to time, Dromund Kaas became the capital of the Sith Empire under the reign of Emperor Vitiate, symbolizing the resurgence of Sith power after centuries in exile. At the heart of the planet lies Kaas City, the capital, home to the Dark Council and the Emperor's seat of power. Surrounding the city are ancient Sith temples and tombs filled with dark side energy and dangerous relics. Its jungles are untamed and filled with predators and ancient Sith experiments left to roam the wilds. During the Battle of Dromund Kaas, the hero of Tython alongside the Republic forces were able to infiltrate the Dark Temple on Dromund Kaas and kill Emperor Vitiate in a final confrontation, marking the supposed end of the Galactic War. Zakuul is a lush, swamp-covered world located in the Unknown regions, known for its towering golden cities and its role as the seat of power for the Eternal Empire. It's probably the place you'd imagine yourself retiring, to be frank. The planet's capital, the Spire, is an awe-inspiring metropolis that rises above the swampy landscape. The city's architecture is both elegant and imposing, with advanced droids and starships reflecting the technological superiority of the Eternal Empire. Zakuul rose to prominence as the center of a galaxy-wide conflict during the Eternal Empire's expansion, when it occupied the entire known galaxy and demanded tributes from both the Republic and the Sith Empire. This dominance was driven by Emperor Valkorion and later his powerful children, who ruled from the Eternal Throne. However, after Valkorion and each of his children were systematically defeated, Zakuul's influence collapsed, and it reverted to a mostly insignificant planet, with few resources or opportunities and cut off from the Republic and galactic affairs. Zakuul was left isolated, its former empire now only a memory in galactic history. Nathema is a barren, desolate planet located in the Sith Empire's territory, infamous for its history of destruction and its connection to the dark side. Though a devastating dark side ritual, Darth Vitiate consumed every living being on the planet, leaving it a lifeless husk devoid of any trace of the Force or vitality, making him immortal in the process. The planet's surface is now a wasteland, with crumbling ruins and dry, cracked terrain stretching as far as the eye can see. Sith and Jedi alike would come to investigate the planet, only to be repelled by its emptiness, as the complete absence of the Force left those who visited the world nearly physically ill. After the death of Vitiate's spirit, Nathema underwent a rapid transformation. The void dissipated, and the unsettling absence of the Force vanished. Force users no longer felt ill upon visiting, and the planet's atmosphere became fresher, with more dynamic weather. Most strikingly, seeds left in the soil began to flourish, bringing vibrant plant life to the once barren landscape, dramatically altering Nathema's desolate appearance. Wayland is a remote, heavily forested planet located on the galaxy's edge, known for its rugged mountains and dense jungles. The jungle of Wayland was considered one of the most dangerous in the galaxy, with lurkhounds and dryax beasts patrolling the woods. Central to Wayland's importance is Mount Tantus, a secret vault constructed by the Empire during its rise to power. Inside the Imperial facility, advanced cloning experiments were conducted, including those involving Force-sensitive children. The facility was overseen by the Empire's top scientist, Dr. Hemlock, along with other prominent researchers working on controversial genetic projects. At the end of the Bad Batch series, the base at Mount Tantus suffered heavy damage when the squad infiltrated the facility and released one of these Zillo beasts that was being experimented on. Following the destruction of the base, the Empire decided to shift resources towards completing the Death Star and closing the facility. In the expanded universe, Mount Tantus played a similar role. The planet remained forgotten until years after the fall of the Empire, when Grand Admiral Thrawn rediscovered its location. Thrawn utilized the vault's resources to assemble an army of cloned soldiers, preparing for his campaign to restore Imperial power. This included a large number of cloning cylinders, which he used to build his army. Wayland and Mount Tantus eventually became the site of a climactic battle between the New Republic and Thrawn's forces, ending with the destruction of the vault and the defeat of Thrawn's ambitions. Eedu is a remote and stormy planet located in the Outer Rim, known for its terrible weather and jagged mountains. The planet's surface is covered in steep, rocky cliffs and ridges, constantly lashed by torrential rainstorms and lightning. These harsh conditions made Eedu the perfect location for a secret Imperial research facility, hidden away from the eyes of the galaxy. The research base, perched precariously on one of the planet's cliffs, was where Galen Erso, the reluctant architect of the Death Star superlaser, was forced to work under the watchful eye of Director Krennic. Jyn Erso leads a mission to rescue her father Galen in the hope of thwarting the Empire's plans for the Death Star. The planet's brutal storms and rugged terrain make the mission quite difficult, and the Rebel alliances ultimately destroy the facility with airstrikes, leading to Galen's death. Shoutouts to the commentator The Real Speedwagon 1451 for basically writing this entire section for me, so don't mind me stealing it. Lehon is the ancient homeworld of the Rakata, also often referred to as Rakata Prime. It is a tropical planet located in the unknown regions, covered in vast oceans, pristine beaches, and dense jungles. The Rakata are an amphibious reptilian-like alien species who are strong in the dark side of the Force and at one point ruled much of the galaxy. Built on the backs of countless enslaved species, including humans, the Rakatan's shining achievement was the Star Forge, a superweapon that harnessed the power of its star and the dark side of the Force to create a near-limitless supply of fleets and battle droids. The Rakatan Infinite Empire was ultimately destroyed when a mass pandemic severed the Rakatan species' connection to the Force, and as such, much of their Force-powered technologies, like the first hyperdrives. Through a series of slave uprisings and civil wars, the Rakatan Infinite Empire was crushed, with many Rakatans fleeing back to Lehon and nearly wiping themselves out entirely through nuclear wars waged on their homeworld. Ultimately, the Rakatans were reduced to a primitive state of warring factions. During the Knights of the Old Republic timeline, the remaining Rakatan were all but oblivious to their great past, aside from a few elders that retained its knowledge. The planet itself is still protected by an energy shield that disrupts ships that come into orbit, making them crash onto the planet. In time, a lot of different ships crashed and introduced various different creatures like Rancors and Giskas to the wildlife on Lehon, thus making it a dangerous planet to trespass. During the events of the Clone Wars and Galactic Civil War, the species was all but extinct, and Lehon fell into complete obscurity. And BTW, if there's any other commentator that would like to provide a similar section for a planet not featured yet, I'm more than happy to include it in Part 4, so yeah, comment down below. Toydaria featured dense forests, swamps, and extensive algae mats across its surface, creating a greenish, foggy atmosphere. Located in Hut space in the mid-rim, it is known as the homeworld of the Toydarians, a shrewd and business-savvy species with small wings that allow them to hover. Toydaria was a monarchy led by King Katunko during the Clone Wars. Despite its harsh, bog-like environment, Toydaria's strategic location along important hyperspace routes made it a key player in galactic trade and diplomacy. Toydarians are famous for their sharp business acumen, with many becoming traders and entrepreneurs. The most well-known Toydarian is certainly Watto, who owned Kin Anakin on Tatooine and had his own scrap shop. During the Clone Wars, Toydaria became a battleground of diplomacy, with both the Republic and the Separatists vying for its support. King Katunko initially remained neutral but sympathized with the Republic, which indirectly led to King Katunko's death at the hands of Savage Opress. It is unknown what happened to Toydaria during the Imperial era, but they were certainly able to do some deals, right, Watto? Deal! Saluk Kami, whose name translates to Oasis, is a planet located in the Outer Rim. The planet, with scattered oases, was the only habitable world in its system, surrounded by dead planets and meteors. These meteors frequently struck Saluk Kami, forming massive craters that, over time, filled with geothermal water, creating fertile, life-sustaining pockets on the surface. The diverse terrain ranged from deserts to wetlands, attracting settlers from various species, though no native sentient species existed. During the Clone Wars, Saluk Kami became a battleground as Grievous and his forces landed on Saluk Kami to escape capture by the Republic. Clone deserter Cut Loquain also settled on the planet with his family and later helped injured Captain Rex to fight off a crashed pod of BX Commando droids attacking the farm. Later, during the Outer Rim sieges, Count Dooku's followers began creating Morgukai clones in Saluk Kami's underground caverns. This led the Republic to invade Saluk Kami and flood the magma tunnels to destroy the clone army, securing a victory that spared most of Saluk Kami's infrastructure. Jedi Master Stas Ali and Commander Neo then led cleanup operations until Neo received Order 66, causing him to kill Ali on a speeder patrol. To put into context though, her death certainly came a lot quicker than her cousin Adigalia, who was pierced through the stomach by Savage Opress's horns and then stabbed in the head by a lightsaber. Now that's a brutal way to go. Why am I comparing which death of a Jedi was more brutal? I don't know. Let's move on. Kessle, a desolate planet in the Outer Rim. The planet is a major producer of spice, a valuable drug used both therapeutically and recreationally, mined from the deep caverns of Kessle's rocky surface. Its atmosphere is divided into two distinct regions: the barren, rocky wastelands where spice is extracted, and the lush, verdant half of the planet where royal palaces and luxurious estates exist. Kessle's strategic value as a spice producer has made it a hotspot for criminal organizations, particularly the Pike Syndicate, which has long controlled the spice trade. Many sentient beings, including Wookiees and other enslaved species, have been forced to work in Kessle's mines under brutal conditions. C-3PO also famously quoted not wanting to be sent there. Kessle is probably most well known for Han Solo's claim to have completed the Kessle Run in less than 12 parsecs. The Kessle Run being a dangerous hyperspace route through the Maelstrom, a chaotic region of space filled with black holes and dangerous gravity wells. Roia is located in the Outer Rim and has vast oceans with swamps and thick jungle in the midst of it. Notable about Roia's cities is that they were encased with domed environmental shields that allowed entry and exit for vehicles and vessels and could help them regulate against the extreme temperatures of the planet. The planet is the homeworld of the Rodians, a species of green-skinned, antennae-bearing humanoids renowned throughout the galaxy for their hunting prowess. Rodians are a warrior culture, with hunting being a key aspect of their society and a source of great pride. Many Rodians leave their homeworld to become bounty hunters, taking their skills to the galaxy at large in pursuit of fame and fortune. Though maybe they should stick to tracking and leave the pulling the trigger part to someone else. Right, Greedo?
Oh, yeah, Oscar.
Yes, I bet you have.
Makanki.
During the Clone Wars, Roia briefly aligned itself with the Separatists under the leadership of Senator Onaconda Farr, who sought to protect his people from the ravages of war. However, after a failed assassination attempt and intervention by Padme Amidala, Roia returned to the Republic side. During the Imperial era, Roia and its population were spared enslavement under the new regime due to the Empire's demand for bounty hunters, and they later rejoined the New Republic's regime as well. Malastar, located in the Mid-Rim, is a diverse planet known for its pod racing circuits and its significant fuel production industry. The planet's surface is divided into dense forest, rugged mountains, and expansive deserts. The planet is home to the Dugs, a proud and aggressive species known for their quick tempers and most notably for walking on their arms and using their legs as arms. This gives them a unique advantage in pod racing due to their positioning in the pod. The most famous Dug is Sebulba, a ruthless pod racer who competed against Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace. In addition to its pod racing fame, Malastar is a major source of fuel, particularly quadrantum, which is essential for powering starships. This makes Malastar a valuable planet economically, with the Republic and later the Empire relying on its fuel exports. Malastar also played a role in the Clone Wars, where a long-thought extinct species was awakened after a battle against the droid army. The Zillo Beast, a massive creature with scales hard enough that they can't even be penetrated by lightsabers. The beast was subdued and brought to Coruscant for experimenting. Later, a cloned version appeared in Mount Tantus. Bogano is a remote, largely uncharted planet covered in rolling green hills, large sinkholes, and abandoned ancient structures. Its isolation made it the perfect location for Ino Cordova, a Jedi Master, to hide the Vault, a structure containing ancient secrets of the Zepho, a long-lost species deeply connected to the Force. The planet is dotted with mysterious ruins and strange alien fauna, including the playful Boglings and the massive Ogdo Bogdo. Bogano's peaceful atmosphere and gentle rain create a serene environment, making it an ideal location for Jedi seeking refuge or introspection. In Jedi Fallen Order, Cal Kestis travels to Bogano as part of his quest to unlock the secrets of the Zepho Vault and retrieve a Jedi holocron containing the identities of Force-sensitive children across the galaxy. Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa also travel there to assess the planet's suitability for a Rebel Alliance base, but decided against it due to the Empire's presence on it. Braa is a desolate, inhospitable, industrial planet located in the Mid-Rim, covered almost entirely by massive shipyards and scrapyards where decommissioned starships are dismantled and salvaged for parts. Once a bustling hub for the Galactic Republic, Braa became a graveyard for ships from the Clone Wars, with thousands of broken-down Venator-class Star Destroyers and other Republic-era vessels scattered across its surface. The planet is home to the Scrapper Guild, a group that controls the salvage operations and oversees the planet's economy, relying heavily on manual labor from workers living in harsh conditions. Near the end of the Clone War, Jedi General Jaro Tapal and his Padawan, Cal Kestis, successfully defended Braa from a Confederate assault. However, following Order 66, Tapal was killed and Kestis crash-landed on the planet. Years later, fugitive clones Captain Rex and Clone Force 99 visited Braa to remove their inhibitor chips, but their presence was leaked to the Empire by the Scrapper Guild, leading to a skirmish where bounty hunter Cad Bane captured Omega. 5 years after Order 66, Cal Kestis remained on Braa, hiding among the Scrappers. When he used the Force to save a friend, the Empire Inquisitors arrived. The second sister executed Kestis' friend, forcing Cal to escape the planet. Nur is a watery, storm-swept moon located in the Mustafar system, best known for being the home of the Fortress Inquisitorius, the base of operations for the Empire's Inquisitors. This imposing fortress rises ominously from the surface of Nur's vast oceans, serving as both a training ground and prison for captured Jedi and Force-sensitive individuals. The fortress is heavily guarded, with advanced Imperial technology and a host of Inquisitors trained to hunt down the remaining Jedi who survived Order 66. Their vaults also hold a great variety of different Jedi that fell during Order 66, including Jedi Master Tara Sinoob. In Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Cal Kestis infiltrates Fortress Inquisitorius in a daring mission to retrieve a Jedi holocron containing the names of Force-sensitive children, but barely escapes by breaking a window to flood the fortress's basement. Later that year, Princess Leia Organa was kidnapped by the Third Sister and taken to Nur. Obi-Wan Kenobi, with the help of Taladurith, infiltrated the moon to rescue her. The mission succeeded, and they escaped with assistance from Sully and Wade, the greatest hero in the galaxy.
Right behind you.
Zeffo is a desolate, windswept planet located in the Outer Rim, once home to an ancient and highly advanced civilization known as the Zeffo, who were deeply connected to the Force. The planet's surface is dotted with towering mountain ranges, sprawling plains, and ancient temples carved into the mountainsides. The remnants of the Zeffo civilization are everywhere, from crumbling cities to mysterious monolithic structures, all of which suggest a once great society that fell into decline due to their obsession with the dark side of the Force. In Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Cal Kestis travels to Zeffo in search of clues left behind by Jedi Master Eno Cordova, who had studied the planet's history in an effort to unlock the secrets of the Vault on Bogano. Cal explores the planet's ancient tombs, encountering both dangerous wildlife and remnants of the Empire, which has established a presence on Zeffo in search of its hidden relics. That's it for Part 3. Wait for Part 4 on the next planets to come, and please comment, like, and subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this.